Hi, my name is Arpad Andrew Horvath Jr. My father was Arpad Aleos Horvath Sr. He was a resident at Meadow Park Long-Term Care. He was murdered by Elizabeth Wettlaufer by an overdose of insulin. 7 other people were murdered by the same woman, or monster as I like to refer to her, in Crescent Care. The entire murders ran from 2007 to 2014, with additional charges being laid later on of 4 attempted murders and 2 aggravated assaults. In my opinion, 1 murder is enough, let alone 8 or even 14 charges. I just can't fathom the government. I don't understand why seniors in this country are swept under the carpet. As soon as they get too old to produce or do anything, they're somehow swept under the carpet. And I'm not complaining about the on-the-floor workers in nursing homes, because they're some of the hardest working people I have ever seen. Next to police officers, fire department, firefighters, and our military, they are some of the hardest working people I've ever seen. Having to work with people who are vulnerable, people with dementia, health issues, incontinence, etc. And this is the part I could never understand about Canada. As much as I do love this country, I can't understand why the most vulnerable are the ones that get, well, for lack of a better term, the most screwed. Because they are vulnerable. Seniors and infants. And there's always cuts in funding. There's always people trying to save a buck or two on the seniors. And the government's priorities are in hydro, minimum wage, and other issues, including America with Donald Trump and everything that's going on down there. I'm not saying these are vital issues, but I'm saying that people should come before problems of that nature. These are human beings. These are people who helped establish this country, helped build this country. In most cases, they defended this country as veterans of the Second World War. They dodged bullets, and they fought bravely, and they come back to a country where, after they've gotten too old, they're just not treated correctly. Our veterans also, I'm talking about our veterans right now. November 11th, we all get together to celebrate and remember those who gave their life for this country. But how about the people who are still alive, who had to fight and sacrifice for this country? How about them? In my opinion, veterans in this country, of all sorts, doesn't matter where you're from or what you do, you should not have to pay for nursing home care. I don't care. I know the government will say it costs money. It costs money. Yeah, but so does shelling out money to different countries, helping out different countries, which I'm not opposed to. But something in your own backyard, and the same as this whole murder case. Justin Trudeau should have given it his utmost and upfront attention. Kathleen Wynne as well. She launched the inquiry now. Now I got one word for you, Kathleen. Walkerton. Remember that? Yeah. People died there too, and their inquiry was up way quicker than this one. I don't get it. I just don't get it, folks. I've never been a politician. I've always been a person who's tried to be honest. I've always tried to be a person who tried to keep my mouth shut and trusted in our beloved government to handle things. But you know what? Enough is too much, and I'm speaking for the people who can't speak. Okay? I'm speaking for the people who can't stand up. I'm speaking for our seniors. I don't get it. I mean, we had Canada 150, 150 years of tradition, 150-year-old country, and we talked about our accomplishments, because Lord knows we've had lots of accomplishments. And like I said, I love this country, but guys, seriously, it's not being run like it should be. Seniors, and I've been a lot of places with my father all over the world, and seniors in other countries, and even some of the most distant tribes in Africa regard their seniors with more dignity, with more decency, and with more class. They behold them, and they behold them as almost gods. You go to Europe, you go anywhere. Seniors come first. Now, they may not have the best technology in these countries, but they certainly have hearts, and they certainly really care for these people. And they do their best to honor them as best they can. Because they're the people, like I said before, who helped establish, who helped build, who helped nurture manufacture, defend these countries. And they help defend this country as well, our Canadian seniors. And I've tried to contact different branches of the government with no response. In some cases, no phone calls back. The health minister, especially, he won't call us back. I have a lot of people helping me out. Two in particular, who's one whose father and one whose friend were murdered. Talking about Andrea Silcox and Laura Jackson. These two women are absolute angels. And we have been together. We are working together to hopefully try and push it forward to help solve these problems in this country. And the seniors' homes now, like I said before, I'm going to reiterate, I'm talking about the people up in the ivory towers, the CEOs. Never heard a word, not a letter, not a response, not a text, not a call, nothing. Saying, we're sorry. Can we help you in any which way? Can we do something for you? Because this was a monumental screw up. But nothing, not a word. So, in closing, I'm just going to say that a lot of people came to me after the monster was charged, was charged and sentenced. They came to me and said, now, oh, Arpad, you have closure. You have justice. There's no closure when when somebody you loved has been murdered. There's no closure. I go to that cemetery and I see that tombstone and I look at it. It's not right. Because God had not taken my father. My father was taken by a monster. Taken from me, my family, this world. As well as the 7 other families. All 13 families. Let's be honest with you. When somebody, a loved one especially, is taken from you, it hurts a lot. I had to watch my father exhumed from his grave, return to his grave. I had to listen to testimony from this monster in court, on video, as well as all the other families did, and meticulously and detailed, might I add, with a few snickers here and there, on how she murdered these people. I don't find it right. I don't find it just. And as for justice, justice is when this country has nursing homes that nobody's afraid to take their elderly parents to have the best care that they can. I'm not telling people who have families in nursing homes to be scared or frightened, because these people are good. They know what they're doing. They work very, very, very hard. They don't have the help they need from the government to do the best job they can, but they do as best they can with what they got. Also, cameras, better screening. This is the stuff we need to do with our nursing homes to make our seniors, our establishers, our trailblazers, our defenders feel confident, and the families of them to feel confident. I want to say thank you very much, everyone, for listening. I want to say to the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, please do your job. You are the Prime Minister of this country, and in the world's eyes, we don't look too good. Trust me. We don't look too good to the world's eyes, to a country that's caring, like Canada. So we look bad here and we look bad internationally. Kathleen Wynne, you launched the inquiry, but also we need more done than an inquiry that's going to wrap up in 2019. Conveniently, there's an election in 2018, so something to think about, that these seniors now who are living, who are around, they do vote, and they do remember what's going on. I'm not going anywhere. The families of these people who were murdered senselessly are not going anywhere. The Canadian people are not going anywhere. And I hope that anyone who has gone through this with nursing homes and such, you can contact me. Look me up on Facebook. I'm there, Arpad Andrew Horvath. Send me a text. Send me an email. Send me a message. Let me know. I want to hear from you too. I want this government to understand that our system is broken and it needs to be fixed, and it needs to be fixed fast. Thank you very much. God bless. May God keep you in his way. May there be closure someday. May justice be served someday. And may everybody feel safe. Peace and love, eternal, one world.